What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 7 of Snap, Krackle Pod. No milk required. Plant-based milk is fine, whatever you dig. I drink oat milk myself, so whatever you want to do. I'm Ryan Wood, alongside, as always, Trevor. Trevor, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. I'm not much of an oat milk guy myself. I drink my whole milk, but hey, to each his own.
Yeah, I've been ruined. I enjoy the plant-based milks, and now I really can't go back, so.
Fair enough. Do we want to get started with what's popping in our weeks?
Let's talk about it. You want to go first?
All
You have
right.
to really...
No.
No? You want me to go? I'll
No,
go.
I want you to go first.
All right, I'll go first. This week in Snap, let's see. So I'm in Infinite. I thought I would make a push for top 5,000. That was my goal. And like a smart person does when they're trying to hit top 5,000 Infinite, they play a bunch of meme decks. I played so many meme decks, and am I glitching out for you?
Oh yeah,
What is that?
we're being hacked.
Okay. Just making sure it's not just on my end. Okay.
It's our stream snipers.
All right. I think we're okay. That was weird. I played so many meme decks. I built a Gambit deck that just destroys everything, which I know your feelings on Gambit. And that deck is really fun, but it only works like 40% of the time, so you can't climb with that. And then I built a Morgan Le Fay Dormammu deck to try to use the new Airwalker card from High Voltage. And that deck is, I think it has potential, but I was falling with that too. So then I finally went back to C4, which is the deck that I've been really enjoying lately. And I was able to climb back up, and then I kind of lost it again, started going back to meme decks. I don't know. So I just stalled out, and now I'm going to try to do some Infinite Conquest this week, try to get a couple Infinity Borders with this C4 deck that's been killing it for me. So that's where I'm at. What's your week in Snap like?
Hold on, that deck looked pretty explosive to me. We might have to get the bomb squad out here.
The deck is gross. I talked about it before, but it's a little different. It's got Nocturne now, and I'm thinking about throwing in Claw for the C4 deck, because that could be really good, but I don't know what to cut, so maybe Ghost. I don't think I need Ghost. There's not a lot of end turn anymore, so yeah.
I've been getting so many opponents with Claw here recently, so a little bit bitter about that card right now. But anyways, getting into what's popping in my week, I had one goal and one goal only. And that goal was to get the heck out of Omega, I think it was called, and get into Galactic.
Yeah.
That was my goal. I achieved that goal. I think the last time we talked, I had just made it into Omega. I was 83. And the highest I've gotten so far is 93, but as you know, I've been struggling over the last 2 days with opponents and losing by about 1 at a location and 8 cubing because I'm super confident, which is a real problem. But you'd be proud of me. The only reason that I continue to climb is I am actually retreating. It is a part of my strategy now. If I feel like the game is going south, I have been doing it, and I think that's been part of the reason why I've been climbing. But 4 out of the 7 matches I played today were 8 cubers, and I lost all 4 by 1 at one location, and it was pretty frustrating because had that gone in the opposite direction, I probably would have been at about 96 Galactic. Instead, I just made it back into Galactic. I dropped down into Omega 89, and I am back at 90.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I just wanted to be back in Galactic for this podcast so I could say that I was officially in Galactic.
The 90s are a huge grind, so I mean, kudos to getting there. That is an insane achievement, especially with how small an amount of time you've been playing the game. That's such a good feeling. And the retreating thing is key, as you said. So if you continue to do that, you're just going to get better. You're going to get better at recognizing when to retreat, recognizing the opposing play styles, and you're gonna get to Infinite. I don't know when, but you will. Like maybe, who knows? Maybe next season, maybe this season. You still got a couple days.
Yeah, I'm trying to grind. That's my goal, is to get as high as I can. If I feel like it's going south, I'll change up the goal and focus on trying to get Infinite maybe next season.
Yeah, totally.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, about retreating. I've actually come along with retreating. I'm fine with doing it. What I hate is when other people retreat in turn 6, because my favorite thing about playing anybody, anytime, is I want to see turn six played out. If I have a master plan and they're retreating, it's probably because my plan is probably intimidating them or is about to be super effective. And when I can't see it played out, it's just it grinds my gears so much. I just want to see everything happen. I want to see what locations I win, how it impacts the game, and it drives me crazy. My opponent retreats, but for myself, I don't mind retreating,
Yeah.
but I love to see that end result.
I get it. Yeah, that's the fun part of the game. So that it is unfortunate when we have to try hard. We don't get to just stick around and see. But I guess that's what limited time game modes are for.
Yep. And then our other part that's popping right now is our matching backwards snapbacks. You were rocking yours, so I had to go get one myself. It felt fancy.
I like it. What you got on the other side?
Pimp shrimp.
Oh, pimp shrimp. Nice.
Yeah. Shout out.
Classic. I just got like a Pirates postseason hat, which is, yeah, something.
It's old.
It's old. Clearly, it's old at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's our week. Let's move on to our audience question this week. We got a fun one. This is a controversial topic, and tensions are high in the world right now. So I think this is the appropriate time to ask: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Well, I know the majority of people would say no. I'm a big yeser. I absolutely think pineapple belongs on pizza. I have no problem with that. I have a feeling, knowing you and your eccentric taste, you also enjoy pineapple on pizza. I could be wrong.
Not only does pineapple belong on pizza, pineapple is unironically my favorite pizza topping. Like easily. I will eat a pepperoni pizza. That's fine. Classic. Great. Sausage. Great. But pineapple for me is actually my favorite. Like we had it when I was a kid. There was a place up the street that made it, and I don't know what they did. It was fresh pineapple. The juice gets into the pizza. They charred the top of it, almost not like burned, but just caramelized. Unbelievable. There's something about the sweetness and the savory of pineapple on pizza that really speaks to me. And I'm all about it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just sweet and salty at its finest. So let's unpack that a little bit in your case. If you had to pick your most ideal pineapple setup, are you going with ham? Are you going with bacon? What's the setup?
I don't think it needs anything else. I will eat it. I will eat a Hawaiian pizza. I will eat bacon with pineapple. So I'll eat pretty much any of the main meats with pineapple, and that's fine, but I am good with just pineapple. Pineapple and cheese is fine with me. I think that's my favorite.
So I feel like that's a hot take because when you don't add that meat in there, you get less of the savory.
Yeah, the cheese
and I
is
mean,
still
I guess,
salty,
it's salty, but if you want to take it to a different level, I feel like pineapple's very overpowering. Not overpowering. It's a very strong taste, flavor, if you will. So you need to balance that with a little bit more saltiness. So I feel like the cheese doesn't do it for me. I have a very hyposensitive palate, though. I need a lot of bold flavors. As you know, I put hot sauce on pretty much everything.
Sure.
So I love skin, I love flavor. So that's why I love pineapple on pizza, because it's an absolute culmination of flavors in my mouth. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much. And if I had honestly, I like pineapple and pepperoni. Yeah, and then with a vegetable too. If I can get onions on there, it's just like an absolute crazy amount of flavor that I get.
Yeah, I'll eat any of it. Supreme's great. Like pretty much I'll eat anything on a pizza that is a topping I enjoy, but I am a pineapple purist. I will eat just straight pineapple on pizza. I love it.
Bonus question. Hold on, we got to throw this in there.
Before we do that, I just want to say one quick thing, because I know that I don't want to get away from the pineapple for one more second. I know that there are a lot of people that are adamant that pineapple does not belong on pizza, and I will say I think maybe 75 to 90%, big range, of those people have just never tried it. Honestly, it's not that common of a topping. I think that it's just outrage for the sake of outrage, and they haven't actually tried it. I would defy them to try it and tell me it's like some sin. Sure, maybe it might not be your favorite, but it's just a good pizza topping. It really is. Anyway,
that's
sorry.
fair.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, what's the worst pizza topping? What's the like if somebody says, "Hey, I'm ordering a pizza, Ryan. I put this on it," and you're just like, "Oh no, I can't do that."
Well, like there's the obvious ones like foods I don't eat. Like obviously I don't like fish that much. I like salmon and some, but like anchovies wouldn't do it for me for that reason. Kind of, gross me out. I don't really like olives, so that would be one. But if we're talking about foods that I eat that I also think are bad pizza toppings, like tomato, it's just sauce on the outside. Like, what is the point of that? There's no extra texture that's helping. Like, I'm okay with some vegetables on pizza. Green peppers can be okay. Um, you know, like onions are fine. Even like mushrooms, not a vegetable, but yeah, tomatoes to me kind of a non-starter. Plus they're soggy. Like I don't know.
The most underrated pizza topping, I'm so sorry to keep talking about food, is a hard-boiled egg. And I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but
I've
hard-boiled
never
eggs
had
on
that,
pizza.
but I love hard-boiled eggs, so I think I would like it.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, there was one girl in high school who she's actually from Italy, and one day she brought an authentic Italian pizza in with peas, eggs, and I think it was ham or something weird like that. And it was phenomenal. It's probably one of the best pizzas I ever eaten. So, but I would say mushrooms for me. I don't mind mushrooms. I'm
Yeah.
okay with it on pizza. It's just the thing I'm like, okay, whatever.
There's a wide spectrum of mushrooms too. Like there's like the canned mushrooms that are kind of slimy. Then there's like fresh mushrooms that aren't cooked at all, and that's a different texture. Um, so yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, if you guys have any thoughts on pizza toppings, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'll talk about it. We'll get into the comments. We'll really chat it up about pizza. I got no shame about that. I'm happy to talk about pizza, snap, whatever you want. Just leave a comment down below. We will answer it.
No shame here.
So let's move on to our next topic. Upcoming cards. We say upcoming cards, but the way that we're recording these lately, it's really like the card came out for us 2 days ago, and we'll talk about it. We'll figure out in the future how we want to do this. But for now, before we get into Cosmic Ghost Rider, which released on Tuesday, any thoughts on the Fallen one? Have you seen it at all on Ladder? Any more thoughts?
Since we talked about it, I only saw it once, and I did read some Reddit forums of people talking about this card. I don't know how I ended up there, but I was looking at the newer cards, and I was just interested, was anybody actually using this card in a deck, and how are they using it? It was interesting to see. I don't remember because I was reading it the day that we recorded the last podcast. It was later that night. And it was so interesting how people use this card. It didn't seem like anybody had a very solidified plan.
Yeah.
But like I said, I only saw it once and it got used very ineffectively against me. And it was a very quick retreat from my opponent. So I haven't seen it a whole lot in my way.
Yeah, it seems to have kind of fallen on its face a little bit. I think fallen. I didn't.
It has become the fallen one.
It has. I think just because Sarah, like I said, kind of does it more consistently and a little bit better. I do think it still is one of those cards that is such a unique effect in that you can get a ton of energy that once there's an effective thing to do with that much energy, I think it might eventually find a home. But I've not been able to crack it into an interesting deck yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep working on that. But yeah, for now, I'm sitting about the same spot I was.
I'm leaving that one up to you because I don't even have the card.
Yeah, well, for now, we'll stick with our previous rankings, I think. Let's move on then to Cosmic Ghost Rider, a new tech card in the game. Very interesting card. For me, as soon as I saw this card data mined, I got terrified because I love, as you know, playing wacky combo decks, and those all rely on not getting abilities removed. This card just does that. I mean, there's a lot of people that I think dislike the stat line. A 5/7's not super impactful, and 5 drops in general are a big opportunity cost. But yeah, I don't know. Where are you coming down on this one?
I think scary is a really good way to put this card because removing abilities is something that I undervalued when I first started. when you introduced me to Rogue, I thought Rogue was terrible. I was like, I'm not going to find a purpose for this card. Once I started removing, well, actually, this is when I was making the push in the Galactic. I faced so many decks that had Iron Man. I had so many decks that played Wong, and I kept stealing their abilities on turn 5 or turn 6, and they would just retreat because they're like, that was my whole game plan. I got
Yeah.
nothing to do. So I know this is a little bit different because it's just removing the ability, it's not stealing the ability. But the fact that you can wipe out two cards' abilities could mess with one lane completely. And the thing is, if you're playing two cards in a lane, you are probably loosely committed to that lane. You're probably playing a third card pretty soon after that. So I would have to imagine this would be kind of detrimental to a plan because it's a 5 cost card, which means this is getting played on turn 5 or 6 9 times out of 10. So
Yeah.
I could see it being real screwy with your opponent.
Yeah, I think there is a couple things that this card does that are really changing the overall meta game of Snap, which is it hits cards that you otherwise would have no way of dealing with. So there are some cards that just skate right now underneath because they don't have ongoing, so they're not being affected by Enchantress or Rogue, like Bullseye. It just has an effect, right? Activate. Like there's no other way to get rid of activate effects. Well, Cosmic Ghost Rider can. It can also just, take away abilities for, cards that your opponent, again, thinks that they're set. But now that this card exists, it does another thing, which is just affects the way that you play cards. You might not want to play your game-winning cards until the end of the game now. You don't want to just set them down and let Cosmic Ghost Rider get rid of them, or you want to put a couple cheap cards in front of it so that your game-winning cards are in the back row, keeping them safe from this. So it really changes the way you think about ordering, which I think is a really unexplored part of the game, and I think that this being in the game is actually a really good thing for training in that way. So those are my
Absolutely.
high-level thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a quick question. I always get confused between front row and back row because I'm not sure if it's that from their perspective or my perspective, or if that
Yeah.
perspective is always the same. But if I myself have Ghost Rider played against me and I have a location pull, um, I guess that's a hard thing to explain.
Well,
Is it the
yeah.
ones that are they the cards that are closer to your camera bump or further?
It's so think of it as the cards that are closer to the location, and that's the same from both perspectives. It is the front row, the ones on top essentially of your other cards. So
Okay.
the first two cards you play in a lane essentially are the front row cards.
I figured.
Yeah. So it's a really, I think it's cool design space, and also, like I said, for me, when I'm trying to build out a combo that needs an entire lane full of Moonstone and Mystique and Onslaught, like this is just a pain in the butt. But I do like the card. I think that it's kind of actually I think it's massively underrated based on seeing some people react to it saying it's just a 5/7. Like Legion was just a 5/7, and that card ended up being one of the stronger cards in the game. Like I think that sometimes stat line doesn't matter as much if you play it in the right deck. So I think this card's going to actually be really strong.
5/7 is not that bad,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. I mean, there's worse. Professor X is a 5/2, which I still think that card could get a buff. I mean, I know it's toxic, what it does, but you can move cards into there now, and you play skills in there. There's other ways. So I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, that's Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think this card's going to come in stronger than most people. I think it's going to be like an A-. What do you think?
I had it read out at A- too, honestly. So that's a good rating.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Well, good.
It's that snapback energy.
That's right. We're simpatico. Same wavelength. All right, let's talk about our next subject. High voltage. This is, well, by the time you're watching this, game mode may be over, depending on when I get it up, or close to over. But high voltage is the mode that has been back the most out of all of the limited time game modes. I think because it's kind of a low technical lift for them. It's kind of a short event. There's not a lot going on in it. It's a short reward track. What are your thoughts? How was high voltage for you this time?
Actually, didn't play it too much because, like I said, I was absolutely grinding on trying to get to Omega and then Galactic. That was my goal. I just wanted to reach that by the podcast. I did get to play it a few different days. I loosely committed to achieving a few missions, and I like high voltage. I think this one's 3 turns, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with 3 turns, but I personally wish this whole high voltage would be at 4. I think 4 is a really good number of turns, but for some reason 3 just feels like there's nothing that develops. I know there's a lot you can do with it because of the higher energy. I personally would just like to see this set at 4. 3 turns is not enough for me.
Yeah, I think they did a couple things different this time around. They expanded the ban list to include a lot of tech cards like Shang-Chi, I think Enchantress, which makes it easier to play those crazy ongoing decks and like, Black Panther, Odin, those types of decks. But they still kept Cannonball in there, Mercury, Juggernaut, I think Red Guardian. So there's still a lot. Rogue, I believe, that can mess with you. I think that they're still figuring it out. I like them trying different ban lists. I think I'm fine with that. The other big thing is the economy this time around. So the big kerfuffle about Kid Omega was that you could play every mission every time it came up, every 8 hours in the high voltage overdrive with Kid Omega, and you would still not have enough volts to unlock Kid Omega. This time I think they're listening to feedback. They made it so that the card, Airwalker, is unlockable by doing just, I think it was 6 missions a day for any player. So even without winning any games, like if you just did 6 missions a day, which you could do pretty easily if you're highly invested in the mode, you can get the card for free. So I'm glad they kind of backtracked a little on their monetization there.
Yeah, I have to agree. Sounds like the Kid Omega thing was a problem because
Yeah.
what's the point of having it on the track if you really can't achieve it for the majority of players?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the idea was gold. They're like, oh, you can supplement it with gold that you get from other places in the game. But the truth is, they've kind of pulled down the amount of gold you get in the game. Period. There used to be more gold to get in Conquest, and they kind of took that out. There used to be more gold just randomly in the track. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that it was a bad precedent, and hopefully they've kind of moved on from that and changed their thoughts on that. But overall, I like the mode. I think it's good, and I hope they keep it in a similar way when they do bring it back.
It's a solid mode. Overall, I gave a mode of B. Not to grade everything,
Yeah.
but I I think this time around, like I said, I just want one more turn. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
3 turns isn't enough for me. But the shop was way better this time around.
Yeah, agreed. Let's talk real quickly about some of the new snap packs and the new bundles that they have introduced. Have you gotten a chance to check out these destroy packs? Is there anything interesting in there for you?
I popped through them all. The Series 3, I only had one missing. I think it was Nimrod. And then the Series 4, I had a handful. I think it was 7 different cards.
Yeah.
And 5, I virtually had none of, other than I think maybe one card. I did look through all of them just to see if it's something I'm interested in. But I was prioritizing trying to get Diamond back.
Yeah.
As you already know, it was 6,000, and I ended up getting Diamond back and throwing her in. So.
Gotcha. And so overall, do you like this direction? Do you like that they're doing like more tailored packs? Like they could do a Silver Surfer Spotlight in the future and it'd be easier for you to get cards that you want for that archetype.
Absolutely. I think it's a great way for, if there are newer players come into the shop,
Yeah.
it's an easy way to set up those archetypes, or archetypes as you like to say sometimes. It just makes it a little bit easier. And I really like looking through them, just knowing what's worth it. It gets me a little bit more in tune with what's Series 3, what's Series 4, and what's Series 5 as well. So I do like these being here, and I probably will mess with them more in the future when I have more collector's tokens to throw around. But it's just the timing of things and trying to get Diamond back. I just wasn't able to buy anything from them.
Yeah. Yeah, understood. They had a really interesting thing with bundles that they started doing in the last patch. I think I touched on it last week, but I didn't really get into it. They have started to have conditional bundles, and there's a couple different places that once you hit a certain threshold in the game, they show you these bundles, and they're around for a short amount of time. The one is that if you buy the Series 5 card for the week, you get offered an exclusive bundle with a better looking variant and then some other stuff. But the problem is, first of all, the price is kind of crazy. This is $20 in my shop for the card, but it's not $20 for everybody. Some people are seeing it for $4.99 and just has less boosters and no border. Some people are seeing $9.99. So like they're like testing, I think, to try to see what the right number is. I kind of hate that. I wish the bundles would be the same for everybody on things like this. Also, it's not like for me, but it's just, I don't mind them monetizing cosmetics because we need them to exist. They're a free-to-play game otherwise, you know what I mean? But I wish that the number would be the same. That's one. The second thing is they've also started showing bundles when you hit Infinite and when you hit Top 5,000 Infinite, but those bundles just give you a pack of exclusive borders. I think they're like White Fire or like White Flame or Rainbow Flame or something. And right now that's the only way you can get those, but you have to, it's like you grind to a certain point and then they give you the opportunity to buy a bundle of borders. That seems a little odd to me.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. I just checked. I don't have it in my shop. I'm assuming I needed to buy something or at least have the card.
Yeah, so for this one, you need to have bought with tokens Cosmic Ghost Rider. And this one's only around, I think it was for like 3 days. The Infinite one apparently is only up for 3 hours, which is an insanely short amount of time to see. So I think that they need to iron out some of the kinks there and maybe reconsider the... I understand that they want to make money on it, and it's cool to have the prestige, but the price should be way lower. For these border bundles, which is just a set of like 4 borders, I think it's like $20. You're taking the top 5,000 players in your game and trying to extract $20 out of them for 4 borders. Like, make it a cheap bundle so they can still show off like, hey, I hit top 5,000, and yeah, I'll spend the $5 and get a pack of borders, but I think 20 is a bit egregious, and hopefully it's the first attempt and they fix it. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen things in bundles in the shop for $60. I'm like, it's not right. There's no way I'm paying that.
Yeah, there are whales that have done that, I'm sure. And those people have to exist, but I think they need to figure out what works and do things that kind of celebrate the people that really are invested in your game, which would be the people that are hitting top 5,000 in the world. So, I don't know. I have a little bit of a problem with that.
Understood. Let's get into those blind rankings. It appears that I'm going to be going first. Are you ready for your top 5 cards today?
I'm ready.
All right. First, we got Magneto. Type that bad boy in, bring him up on the screen.
I'm typing him in. I got a Magneto variant I really like, so this is good. All right.
Oh, that is different. That was not what I was expecting.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. All right, Magneto. I do not play a lot of Magneto. He's an OG. I've definitely played him in the past. I don't like him being played against me very much because I don't like my cards being moved around, as you know. I like the character in general. He's a cool character. He's got a little complicated motive. I'm gonna go with a 4. I don't rank him all that highly on my personal card scale, so that's where I'm gonna put him.
Playing right into my hands already.
I
need to
might
put
be.
4. So I went with kind of an OG theme. So it's funny you said that. So I try to pick cards that, as far as I could tell, were from the beginning parts of Snap. So
Okay.
Next, we have another interesting card. You actually mentioned it earlier in the podcast. We got Claw. K-L-A-W, not C-L-A-W.
Okay, all right. We got Claw here. I like Claw quite a bit. The funny thing is his power that he gets from ongoing has changed so much. I feel like it used to be 6, and then they made it like 8, and that was overpowered. They took it back to 6, and they buffed it up to 7, so he's sitting at 7 now. I think this card's fun to double up with Onslaught, and I think now with Prodigy you could do some fun things. And like I said, I'm thinking about throwing him in my C4 deck, so I'm going to give Claw a 2.
Ooh, okay. All right. First discrepancy there. I thought you were gonna go three.
Thought about it.
All
I was
right.
between 2 and 3.
We got Magneto at 4, Claw at 2. That leaves 1, 3, and 5. And you got to figure out a place to put Mr. Wong.
Ooh, Wongers. Okay. Let's see. Wong, you know my love for ongoing. Different kind of ongoing card. But Wong I've been having a lot of fun with in my Gambit deck. Along with like Firehair and Gambit, he allows me to delete their whole side. But I'm really hesitant to put him at 1. I really am, because I truly don't play him enough. He's just easily counterable by a lot of things. Especially right now, Cosmic Ghost Rider would just destroy that deck for me, so... And I don't have like the fondest overall feelings for him. I think 3 is where I will land with Wong.
Fair enough. We're putting him at 3.
Okay.
All right.
So I've got Claw at 2, Wong at 3, Magneto at 4. So 1 and 5 are open for me.
This may have backfired big time on me.
All right, I'm ready.
You're doing really well. Number 4, we got Sunspot. So Sunspot's either going 1 or 5.
That's interesting, actually. I thought it was going to be a card that I hate. I don't hate Sunspot. I don't love Sunspot. I don't play Sunspot a lot. When I played some high Evo stuff, I'd play him. 5? I'm just going to hope you give me something really good for a while. We're going to go 5. He's fine. I like Sunspot.
Funny enough, your last card is the straight up Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Like the OG Ghost Rider.
The OG Ghost Rider. So you got Ghost Rider 1, Claw 2, Wong 3, Magneto 4, Sunspot 5. You did really well. I don't think you could have done any better on that.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's fun. I need to get back to playing some Black Knight decks. Ghost Rider. Maybe try out Agatha again with Red Shift, and yeah, we're good with that. Ghost Rider's sweet.
He's a fun card. I try to put him towards the end. I should have put him in the beginning, really throwing you off.
All right, so I like that order. I'm cool with it. I feel like we'll see. We'll see how you do. Got some interesting cards for you here. I'm pretty sure that you either have all these or you're familiar enough with them. So let's...
All right, even if not, I'm going to fake it.
Okay, good. Fake it till you make it. First, let's start with Debris.
Oh, gosh. I really don't even have to think about this. I mean, Debris, I instantly want to put at 5. I really don't like Debris. But I feel like you're going to put a worse card in here somehow, some way. So I'm putting Debris at 4 just to play it a little bit safe. Not a fan.
I'm shocked by that, actually. All right, I
like Debris.
I'm flummoxed. No, I thought you'd put it at 5. Okay, we'll stick it at 4. That's fine. Next up, let's go with Agent Coulson. Have you ever played this card?
Yes.
Okay.
Very beginning. I didn't play it very long. Or in random game modes, I played it. You know what? I ain't even mad because I'm not crazy about adding random cards to my hand, because if I'm playing some sort of synergy, this doesn't work out well. Every once in a while, I get it could work, but I'm not going to leave my chance to get to infinite in the hands of Sir Agent Coulson. So I'm going to put him at 5, and I'm okay with that.
Wow, okay. Let me say one thing in the good old Agent Coulson's defense, and that is, in your newfound journey in the 90s, one thing that you have in your pocket is the unknown, and Agent Coulson makes it so your opponent has no idea why you're snapping. Like, they might know what your deck is generally because you're playing a Silver Surfer deck, but I'm not saying to play it in Surfer. You can, but I'm just saying that gives you an edge in information. So that's why it could be an interesting card in your future. Anyway, he's a 5. Okay. Next up, let's go with Celine.
You're making this difficult.
That's the point, right?
I guess so. When I first got this card, I thought I really liked it. I couldn't find a lot of use for it. I'm filling up the bottom. I'm going 3.
Okay. All right. I think
I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure. I can just feel it.
I think this might actually work out for you. I do. Our next card is going to be Cersei. Have you played against Cersei?
Yes.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Hold on, let me read it.
Oh, you've not played Cersei? I love it.
No, it's never been played against me. I've never played it.
So if you can't read on your screen for whatever reason, it's a 5/7. On reveal, it transforms your other cards in its location into random cards that cost 1 more. So it essentially evolves all of your cards from like 3 drops to 4 drops, or 1 drops to 2 drops. They get a bump up. Potentially. It's random, so you could hit like Arnim Zola that screws you over or something. But
That's fair. I feel like that randomness is a little bit more fun
yes.
than Agent Coulson.
It's a
I'm
fun
going to
card.
put it at. I'm just going from the bottom up. I'm going 2.
Okay. All right. I think this really worked out for you, actually. I think you're going to be pleased. Because your final card is none other than Man-Thing.
I'm perfectly fine with that because I've been rocking Man-Thing in the Toxic Surfer deck. So I'm cool with that.
Yes.
Now, I'm not crazy about Man-Thing as a whole, but it works really well in my deck. So I'm okay with putting it at 1. I'd put it ahead of any of the cards that you picked anyway. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I had to include at least one of your Toxic Surfer cards in there because I see you, man. I see you've gone up like 20 ranks with that deck. It's super impressive.
I know, it's all thanks to you.
Nah. No, it's all you. You've adapted it. Anyway, that's our blind ranking. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. Love
Always
this.
a good time.
Yeah, love this segment. And that actually also takes us to the end of our show. Trevor, thanks for joining me today. Thank you out there for watching the video. If you're still watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. We put out a video every week here, podcast, and then I put out at least 1 deck guide a week, unless something changes in my life. But for now, that's what we're doing. Trevor, where can everybody find you if they're so inclined?
I am actually starting to post some YouTube shorts. I guess with the podcast, you made me want to itch that creative scratch again. Wait, I said that wrong. Scratch that creative itch again. So I actually do some music reviews, and I kind of modify my YouTube to be set up for that. So I'm going to be posting some music reactions if anybody's interested in that. If not, I'm in the comment section as always.
Nice. I can link to your channel in the description as well if anybody would like to check out those videos from Trevor. Yeah, that brings us to our final section. If you're ready, Trevor. Non-snap advice of the week. Let's do it.
Non-snap advice of the week. It's so funny because we kind of talked on this subject earlier, and I really didn't think we were going to go that deep with the whole pizza thing, but I was going to say season your food. Y'all, I don't know. The whole people don't season their food enough. So I gotta say, you gotta add that flavor. Salt, pepper, at least do the basics. If not, throw in some paprika, some, what's good? Turmeric, just everything, man. Season your food. Crushed red pepper's a great one. Put some hot sauce on. If something's bland and you dip it in ranch, come on, man. Season your food.
Were you a Chuck E. Cheese kid?
No.
Never? You've never been there?
I probably have when I was younger.
All right,
Probably for like a birthday party.
Crushed red pepper flakes and Parmesan on Chuck E. Cheese pizza is goated. Just want to say that.
That's every pizza, dude. Come on now.
I know, but there's something. I mean, you were introduced to it as a kid because they had the shakers on the table. Like that's not that common, especially not as a kid living in Pittsburgh.
I don't know. Maybe that's common where I come from. I don't know. I feel like at any Italian restaurant that makes pizza, that's what they got. It's a staple.
When I think of Chuck E. Charles E. Cheese, I think of Italian. I'm with you.
Ratatouille.
You know what the E stands for,
hero.
by the way?
No.
Entertainment. His name is Charles Entertainment Cheese. It's true. That is true. Look that up.
Fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
unsung hero when it comes to not toppings, but seasonings to put on pizza, garlic powder. So good. I have to have it.
Interesting.
Yep. And if I can dip my pizza in garlic dipping sauce,
Yeah.
I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven.
I like that. That is a sodium bomb. That's hard to eat, and that gives you indigestion. But I do like it. It is a a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, there you go. We have answered every question for you guys. We have the world at your fingertips. Let us know in the comments what you think of pineapple on pizza. Let us know what you think about our blind rankings or Cosmic Ghost Rider, whatever you'd like. Let us know what you'd like to see from the podcast. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like it. Trevor, fly off to space. Oh, wow. That was good.
Switching it up.
I like that one. Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going for. Right.
I mean, you and then you.
Yeah, but I didn't do one of these numbers.
Yeah, I guess I can only see a tiny little section. I don't know.
That's true. That's fair.
Rocking the snapback hat today. Should I go get one?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
This is episode 7.
That's it. Episode 7. We're cruising.
That's it. We're cruising. That's all? That's a lot. We're going fast. All right. Did you see Fantastic Four yet?
Oh wait, I can't get away with this because my background's moving.
No, you can't get away with it. I know you weren't frozen.
I'm watching Age of Ultron right now.
Like currently? As we're
No,
recording?
I'm on the podcast. That would be absolutely silly.
Oh, that James Spader, he says as he looks off screen. But anyway, non-snap advice of the week.
What's James Spader?
He does the voice of Ultron. Come on.
How would I have known that?
I don't know.
You just ruined the whole movie for me. I'm only like 45 minutes in.
How does it ruin it for you for me to tell you the voice actor of Ultron, whose voice you've already heard? It doesn't come up in the movie that his name is...
Did?
The voice actor is James Spader. I am so sorry. I'm deeply ashamed and apologetic. I supplicate myself.
I wouldn't supplicate yourself. You won't be able to breathe. Deuces.
We'll catch you later, my friend.